was fun kind of going through the parlays a little bit last night. I got to feature on KJ and Maddie's Long Shot Show. They do a good job putting that together. Always good to hear the counter arguments, see kind of where everyone's thoughts are. It's almost impossible to sit through one and not fire out a couple of shots, extra shots. Everyone's kind of seeing value in a few of them, I'm focusing distance this week. I've always done really good with distance. And, yeah, my big underdog of tonight is going to be Josh Emmett. We'll see how he does. I think he's at camp. He looks good. He's proven himself at a high level. And I don't think Murphy's fought anyone like him quite yet.
Last century.
Shots that Ige dropped him with, I think are shots that Emmett would finish him with. We'll see. He's definitely a good prospect. This isn't by any means a fraud check. And it's a good fighting. He's tough. Very durable. Join in. I'm also going to share this out real quick. I need poking in real quick here and do so. I wish you could do this before the stream. Feedback for IG. AJ had some cards to rip for me. That was fun. I'm using that fight as one of my distant legs this week, under 2.5 rounds. Because it pays out the same as Barbosa double method. Some fun with it. The parlay I have right now in my no sweat with MLBs tend to pay out at like 300. Just a bunch of baseball first inning ties. We'll see. It's probably missing. I can't help myself, man. I like the moon shots. Unless I'm throwing some wager on it. I'm betting $5 or $10. Let's spice things up. Everyone's having a good Saturday. What's up? FK. Ready for these fights? Let's do it. It's the year of the dog. The O's have been going. Let's see how this one turns out. There's some big favorites on the card. Big upsets. Buck up a whole bunch of legs. I'm focused on distance. Because the prop in some of these methods just aren't really there. My favorite underdog single method prop. I like Emmett by knockout at plus 500. 50 on it. Paying a little bit more attention to Emmett the last like 3-4 months. I know that he's coming into this camp good. He did some stem cell recovery like 9 months ago or so. Emmett did that thing that a lot of these guys just don't do. Pulled himself out. He's recharged, ready to go. And he's got one of the pound-for-pound hardest punches in featherweight history. And he's coming into this more confident and ensuring that we're going to see more power from him. It could be an early finish for a second round knockout by Emmett. if he just flatlined like Bryce Mitchell, seizing up, man. I mean, I never wish that for anybody. I want everybody to, at the end of the day, this is a job. We try to provide for their families, themselves. Shit, they gotta pay a lot of dues too, the coach fees, the nutrition, gym fees, whatever, traveling, and for the assistants they're sparring with in some cases, getting somebody to give them a similar look to their upcoming opponent. They can take a guy across the country, across the world to go train. Caliber fighter in the gym. So yeah, I never wish ill will upon anybody. But you know, at the end of the day too, I do support my guys, people I believe in. There weren't too many confident people last night on the long shot hour, the long shot show. Happy to be part of it again. Focus distance, pretty non-controversial. Man, anyone who had, anyone who was mentioning Emmett by knockout, they're all like shaking their heads like, no. I can't wait. I got my slip ready to shine, just like this. $50 to pay $300 in return, $250 profit. God, let's roll. Give me that fucking bread. I love that for just a non-parlay single method. The props are disrespectful. I just want to say to the bookie this week, like, yo, get fucked. That's what I want. Bookies win all the time. It's nice when you can just tell the bookie, like, yeah, you guys fucked up. Some cards to go through, some mail in the last few weeks. Still waiting on a very specific arrival or two, but otherwise for the most part we're almost caught up. Best card in my whole collection was a redeemable. Tonight, hopefully. I got a collection that, with that redeemable, I'm going to share for the first time of a fighter that, given that I've only been posting fighters relevant to their fight weeks. Currently, this fighter's retired, so I haven't been able to share my collection on him yet. I would like to, and so when I receive that, I think I'm going to. I make a post for it maybe tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun to make. Hold each one of those cards and go through it. Put them in order methodically that I think looks good for video, or maybe from best to worst. Very expensive fighter to collect. A good one. The fact that I got this break for pick your own fighter. organizing here. Alphabetically. And I got active fighters up top, A through Z, and top loader. Most stacks are going to have every fighter in a row. It's really easy. And then below is going to be my retired fighters. And then across the office space, right there on that desk, you're going to have upcoming cards that I'm starting to stack and go through my collections and get ready for upcoming fights and posts. Fight news. You know, I got my Islams right next to my Ilyas. I got my Jones right next to my Tom. I have my own little war room going with the cards. And I think about those fights and trying to put it into existence as a fan of like what I really want out of this shit in the end. We have this really weird pick and choose kind of mentality with what privileges to have what fights, and you got a guy who's knocking on the door and has proven so time and time again. That's not being recognized. Come on, man. You gotta start these champions at some point. You have any Khabib autos? I do. Yeah, we got Khabib autos. We got them already. You know, truthfully, I have to go through it, but I don't think I have as many. Sorry, screen. I think I don't have as many numbered cards in my Khabib collection as, say, my Moreno or my Gaethje collection. But I do. There's 2 case hits that I want to go back and hunt. Get me back. I get the intermittent connection thing every now and then. From my research, this is an IG thing. I have a near $1,000 tablet with a very fast modern processor and can do like actually high-end games and emulation on this tablet. And I can stream on Twitch with it if I wanted to. I can do a bunch of shit. It just IG sucks ass and causes the fucking blip that we experience every now and then on the stream. But all I can say is you guys are one half of the audience right now. You're over on YouTube Live, and that is the upcoming push. I plan to do giveaways. I've never paid for boosts, but I do realize that it's on me to make good content at the end of the day. It's on me to network at the end of the day and do something. So I think there's a lot of space for collaboration and other people's opinions and having conversations that maybe due to comfort people aren't talking about. And just call it how you see it. That's how I think we should be in this space. So we're going to be making a move there. And I got fight interviews lined up this year. I got 3 that have confirmed with me, and we got many more pending as we continue to break down every week's fights, go into tape, talk about camps, talk about not even fighting, what's going on mentally, what's going on in life, how's life, have those kind of conversations, make sure everyone's good, and likewise get different communities to look into a fighter or look into a content creator that maybe they hadn't seen before, despite what the algorithms give us on a daily basis, right? So I'll do some networking and such. You know, I like to think that these trading cards kind of embody a little bit of fighter stock. If people are willing to go on Prediction Strike and buy stock in these virtual bitcoins and currencies on a fighter, I like the old traditional way of doing that. It's a trading card. And it showed that during the world's more difficult times that they were a beacon of happiness, love, and it's sad to see people kind of move into the market and try to make a profit and a living off the market, hobbyists. It's not as easy for a father and a son to go to your card shops and buy a case and buy certain packs or buy certain boxes because of the resellers and the fucking card pirates out there and everything. But what I'm trying to build here is something that at a young age I had given to me. I had a great uncle who was one of the greatest collectors I've ever met, and he introduced me to all this. But he's a traditional, like his was old baseball, his was old football, his was, you know, the originals, like before there were Super Bowl. I got a baseball bat that was handed down to me from my great father to my father, who's giving it to me, and it was like one of those crazy things that my dad's grandpa chose him due to the fact that his dad, you know, he was one of 8. Could have gone to anybody. But my dad was a big baseball player, really athletic, good at football and basketball, and so his grandpa wanted to entrust him into this bat. It's just trusted that you would never sell it because it's probably worth a good bit. Like a museum would want to buy this from you for a lot of years of work, you know. But here I am collecting. I've never really sold or traded or done any of that. So I'm excited to have it in the collection. I'll probably do a shadow box for it. I got some old baseball, some old football. Probably make a shadow box kind of collaborating that old collection shit. I got a really nice Ken Griffey rookie, good condition. Like I would maybe even consider getting it graded. For previous Father's Day, it was actually last Father's Day for my girlfriend's dad, who kind of reignited the trading card love and interest for me with UFC. Was already considering it. I saw it advertised a bunch. I'm like, yeah, would love to get into not even just UFC. I was going back catching up on Pokemon and just old shit that I started my childhood with, you know, for kind of retro, just kind of having fun there. But man, was UFC collecting a lot of fun when you know the upcoming prospects and you can get excited and tap into markets of fighters that eventually in later series just become a lot more expensive because you've seen his growth in his stock over that last fight or two as well. Knowing it's like the better these fighters do, like your Ilya's right now are at an all-time high, and if he knocks Islam, you know, or has huge success at lightweight, those rates are only going to go higher. And so I think Ilya right now, from a trading card perspective, is probably one of your we don't know how high the ceiling is because we don't know the full trajectory of his career yet. So tap in. Yo, what's going on, Jay? What's going on, DJ? So yeah, excited for some mail. I'm still gonna share some cards. I think this is actually a good time to do it. Fights are about to start very soon. And I'm going to shift screens over. Now, I wish I could share the audio, and I wish I could share the video, and just have like a true reaction, but they don't allow that shit. I don't think they allow that shit. They don't. You know, it's like one of those, maybe with UFC partnering with Meta, there's a way to do like virtual watch parties or something that would allow people to have this better interaction with communities to like actually watch a fight together. Even if it's just like, I mean, I could technically do that with a Discord, right? Just, it would be illegal. But well, imagine we had the Discord running, a bunch of people all just kind of logged in, watching it with you, frame by frame, reacting all the same. What's going on, Holden? So we're going to tap into some mail and pan over to the fights here. We need some space. Not making any messes. This goes on the floor. We're not even risking that shit. That goes on the fucking floor, boys. Alright. Kicking things off to do this simultaneously. I'm not gonna lie. Plan on replacing the PC stream webcam at some point. The video quality is ironically better on IG. So please, by all means, if you want to tune into the cards real quick, open that up too. MMA Toe, just search that on IG. But I am going to show both cameras, so we're going to get through this as fast as we can. Kicking things off. Ilya Taporia, true rookie. True rookie. Pretty sweet card. Got a couple of those. There's another one that just came in. Tom Aspinall. Topps Chrome. You got a nice little red wave. Brian Battle. Rookie. You know, in all fairness, I gotta turn this light on for the stream. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Here's what I wish I fucking had last week. This dude took forever to mail me this fucking card. Brandon Moreno, Red Wave. Man, there's no way I can't get this camera better for y'all. Ain't no fucking way. How about that? It's this fucking light. Y'all coming over here. Hold on. Fuck. I'm on a cable link. I got y'all. I got y'all. Is this better? No, it ain't. It's terrible still. Fuck. Alright. I'm gonna say that's a little better. Brandon Moreno, Red Wave. Yo, what's going on, Manny? Stipe, red, white, and blue. I think somebody just threw that in. Not even a prism. So, pretty sure someone wedged that between two cards. I'm just going through mail. Same thing with that Dominators. I got a million of those already. Here's another Ilya. You guys can see that nice perp. You guys see that nice perp? Nice little red wave, Curtis Blades. Or not red wave, but red shimmer. My apologies. Another one. I think this is from a lot. Petrosian, sadly just cut. Maybe ends up coming back. I think he's good enough to come back. There's Nicholas Dalby. Entourage. Ortega. I mean, I'm just flashing these from a distance. Guys, here's a good one I'll show closer. Dustin, the Diamond coming up. Excited for him to have that fight. Sick of this anonymous bullshit. That's the fight people need to hear about sooner. Big plans, purchases, reservations appropriately. I like the red here on Patty. Red shimmer, obviously. Nice color match for him. Anytime you can get a red Patty card, do it. Umar. His coach, his striking coach, believes that he was robbed of that fight. Yo, what's going on, DJ? My favorite new genre. Got you. Got you. Thank you. That shit was bebopping a little hard. My bad. How about something like that? Too quiet, probably? You tell me. I made y'all on the stream fucking... I had that audio... I had my fucking audio at 100% on the YouTube stream. Fucking making this group rave. Fights literally are about to start, so I'm going to try to get through this faster. Whaley, Red Shimmer. Shavkat, Red Shimmer. There's some fighters in the slot. I'm like, alright, Gon. I'm not a big fan of Gon. He needs to be more active and quit being such a fucking diva with his matchmaking. He needs to also admit that, there's a quick one to Jack. He needs to admit that Volkov won that fight. Yuri Red's also going to be a good hunt. Anytime you get a good Yuri that's red, take it. Emir Albazi. Bueno. I can never remember her fucking last name. Oh, I had it the opposite. Mayra. Yeah. Bueno. No bueno. Royval. I think this dude's pretty underrated. I know he's not big with like a huge fan base, but he's a good fighter for how good he is. Yeah, it's just some shitty, no offense. Yeah, I'm not even gonna show them all. Tafa, Cameron Simon got fucking destroyed by Talbot. That dude's crazy. Here we go. Some good ones for upcoming next week. Got Volkanovski. 2 different looks there. His uncommon. Nice little purple diamond of Hamza Sugar. Nice little glitter insert with the headliners. I think that card, all the shimmers with Sugar look pretty dope. That one especially. Nice Neil Magny. Part of the MMA Toad Mud Hut. That dude's a proven vet, and it's amazing he's able to compete at the level he has for as long as he has. I go back and I have some of his like older first, autos. Holy shit. He's lived the majority of his life fighting in the UFC. Nice Tatsuro Taira. Yeah. Turner, just retired. Get a couple of him. All these reds I'm showing you right now all came from the same lot. Share Bullet Red. That's a fucking beautiful color matchup right there. The shimmer is sick. You can see it better when I shine it like that. Sick hit. Fucking Tafa. Dos Santos. His green would be good. Shogun. Another one. His green would be good. Fucking Cheeto. The way that Poatan fought against Ankh is the way Cheeto fights every fight. It's so fucking frustrating. And then he like lets go and you're like screaming at the fucking TV like, go, go. Padilla. Nice rookie. Fucking meatball sub. Good for Molly. She was the one that recognized it wasn't the fan base yelling at her. You know what I mean? Can't hate her for that. So we're almost wrapped up with the cards here. Here's a black share. All these blaster shimmers. Usman. Get his greens if you can. Who do you think becomes featherweight champ? I'm gonna get my official rundown and breakdown on that. I think in an upcoming video I want to post to YouTube, because I've been talking about the setup of this fight for a long time and how I would feel about it. So I'm gonna actually go back and see if I can find old clips I've used, footage. Me saying back when he Diego fought against Mavzar, me talking about him going to fight for a championship one day, whether that's against Volkanovski or not, and talk about kind of all the changes up to this point. Yeah. I'm just kind of going through the rest by hand. Here's Strickland with the championship belt due to like how old these are. So it's a good one if you want like to collect him with a belt, because no offense, I don't think he's getting it back. So a good one to have with him. Marab, Shavkat. Some good ones in this. Here's Hamzat. There's your reason why Strickland's not getting his belt back right there. Alright. That's it on those. Couple more and then I'm switching over, y'all. Royce Gracie. Nice elite shimmer on him. Costa. Ketlin, not even that good. There you go. Dan Hendo. Jeff Neal. Not a good look for him, be pulling out, being injured. He's a vet too, you know. Hard to compete at that level. Always seem to get Brad in almost every iteration. Whether you like is included in a lot, or you just get a seat for him really, really cheap. Look at this, side by side. Aldo, Cruz, Yan Shannon, Chelsea Chandler, and Jake Hadley. I can see why they threw those in the same lot. Anyway, switching over to the fights. Hope you enjoyed the cards. Hope you enjoyed me jib jab. But yeah, I'm making a dedicated video on Diego and Volkanovski, and I'm gonna have a fun little. I have a fun little idea that I think the community will have fun with. So I'm gonna make a video and do all that. Probably either late tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. You heard it here first. Yo, what's going on, Global? Appreciate that. What's going on, brother? Alright, let's switch over to the fights again. You guys can't see, and I gotta switch I gotta switch y'all to that. Alright. Audio. You guys got to get audio muted. So we don't get audio. I know it. Doesn't this shit suck? Oh man, that's funny. The shitty MMA game I was playing last night is so funny, you guys. I'm gonna show that too. We're gonna do that later tonight. That was so hilarious. I hadn't played this old PC MMA game I have. That's made by like a shitty, like low budget, maybe self-made product, right? And he made an MMA game. And it's funny because there's no like good MMA games for PC. There's a good boxing game out, Undisputed, but anyways, we'll play that and mess around and talk. But yeah, got some projects this upcoming week here, so. Alright, let me get the fights pulled up here so I'm not missing anything else. Alright, we're at a commercial. I don't think I missed anything yet. Surprisingly, 11 minutes later. Yeah, I think Vanessa takes the first fight. There we go. Put these cards away for now. I gotta organize these here in a little bit. But yeah. I know it's really hard for you guys to see me right now on the stream. Apologies for that. It's probably going to be better over here on IG. But we got some mail recently, and I really like that really old Upper Deck rookie with Ilya. And I got a nice card of that coming up here soon when it arrives. Got a nice binder project done recently, guys. Check this out. I gotta be careful because I got a fucking horn poured up with some rum in it. Balancing on this fucking tripod like this in the corner by my closet. It's like a fucking horn holder. Works out pretty good, actually. So, on that note, salutes. Happy fight night. And here's to a good year of hunting. Here's to a good year of fighting. And let's hope Emmett knocks him the fuck out tonight. Oh, yeah. Look at Emmett. Look at what he's breaking down right now. Sitting here talking about that 30% increase in power, showing him his training, his stem cell. My man's got it down. He's coming in. And how beautiful would that be if, I need to grab a drink. Holy fuck. How beautiful would that be if Volk comes back after his time, his recovery, you know? It's not like Volk's coming back like, oh, I'm this much stronger now. It's for him, it's more like a mental after being knocked, you know? But it's beautiful to see in the division, back-to-back weeks. This is going to be sweet. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I thought it wasn't a bad mail day. I pulled a nice stack of cards just like that for Mexico City. But I'm also chilling. I haven't bought into any of the new royalty. I really want to maybe get a box of my own one day, but it's kind of heartbreaking to see the price, but the quality is really good. But shit, I saw somebody earlier today pulled in like the same box 2 different 5 out of 5 Diego autos that looked really cool. Had like a fight jersey in one. I'm not sure what was in the other. Probably another jersey, but it's from the same breaker. I don't know how many boxes they opened, but it's like, come on. It's out of 5. You can't divide that shit better throughout the world somehow. Like, Topps does that shit all the time with their products. And for the better or for worse, if you're on a break, you're either being the one getting lucky, which typically isn't me, or someone's just sitting there getting fucking whaled, getting fed. Just like, yeah, man, paid $20 for this guy to basically take the case away with him. It sucks. So that's what I hate about pick your own fighter. But I've been hosed on weight class just as much, truthfully. So I'd rather just like buy singles and, I don't know, test my look at breaking a little bit. I'd rather just buy my own shit. Buy my own box of something I really, really want to get lucky on. Like, I'd love another optic or whatever. I want a Kaboom. I want a downtown, you know. Those would be really nice hunts. Alright, stream, we're going to pull up when it starts up here. It should be loading up here. And when it does, I'll be able to give y'all on the YouTube stream, fight analytics. Showing you the live stats. I'm going to be hammering some live prop bets on this card for sure. I want a downtown. Yeah, hey, check this out, though. They have these really cool fan art, like custom made ones that I bought. So it's Tom Aspinall's downtown. Here's for next week. Got Volkanovski's downtown. That's a fun one. Got John Jones. If you look right over here, there's like a little comedy club. John Jones downtown. Got Izzy's. The little dog running across on his. Got fucking Islam, and this time I'm not even making it up, but there's a bear on it. Yeah, Tom's is like a double-decker bus and shit. And then, Leon, Jamaica. And then, let's see. Gotta have the money bags, Dana White. Gotta have the money bags, Dana White. Cards, poker chips. That's a fun one right there, guys. Trading Cards has the Vegas downtown. So I mean, I want the real downtowns, but I'll have fun with my make-believe ones in between, you know, till I get fucking rich and can afford one of those. I ran filters and gave up. I mean, it would be nice to resume that hunt again. Haven't looked in a minute, but I assume. UFC downtown, hundreds of dollars. Thousands of dollars in some cases. It's pretty cool. Vanessa is mentally fucking ill, dude. I love this so much. She comes out fucking rapping, getting all pissed off. Being all sassy, getting all checked into the ring, man. She hearted my story of the fucking clip I posted. It will be expiring very soon. If you haven't seen my story, it's her hand in the glove. She got her hand in my glove. It's the way she was just. I mean, she got fucked. But it was just, I don't know, it's the way she was saying it. And then it was in the Apex, so it was quiet as shit. Looked at the camera, it's like, it's fucking cheating, or that's bullshit. It was pretty funny. Alan Carr. I was very indifferent on this fight. I went with Vanessa due to, like, better experience. Tougher opposition she's fought. She could totally beat her ass, though, I could see. She kind of like a stocky little meatball thing, like, her jiu-jitsu could be pretty good still in this fight. I expect this fight to go to the judges, by the way. It's one of my first legs is over 2.5. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my fake downtowns that I love just as much as real ones because I think they're sweet. It sits inside of a top loader. I got one of each in top loaders for better preservation, but at the end of the day, you look at a card all the same through the top loader, you know. Eventually, I'd like to do a cool shadow box where I put those along with cards or other cards and mem with each of those fighters, like their individual shadow boxes. Damn. Alan Carr coming out, cracking. And of course, I say that in women's MMA, really just like a pow, you know, but Alan Carr coming out hot, throws some nice strikes, some knees. I got a nice booster on live fighting props I planned on participating in. Didn't bother looking at this one, but yeah. Alan Carr coming out pretty good. Dragging Vanessa to the ground, throwing some knees, front headlock. Has Vanessa almost like in a cradle that she's giving up as she sits over the top of Vanessa right now. Now Vanessa, if she can survive this, she's going to be very much more comfortable on the ground herself. Getting Vanessa's toes out of the cage right now. Alencar still keeps the front headlock. Throws some shots to the body on Vanessa. Nice and dry at the beginning of this fight. A little easier to hit the ground and pound. Live props have Alencar negative 350, rightfully so, at the beginning of this fight. Very dominant. Worst case scenario, Alencar goes for it here and gasses her own arm out, but it looks like they're just really chilling. There's not a lot of shots being thrown. Vanessa's just posting up one hand over the arm. She breaks 3. Alencar trying to post up and rain down some shots now. Which, yeah, Vanessa really has to be careful about not getting pinned here. And just have a bunch of raining elbows and shots because they are legal. And they will get a fight stopped in women's MMA. The ground and pound, not as much. But elbows, 100% the refs lean in on. And so if I had fighters in a camp and all that stuff, I'd always make sure they're training those elbows. We just saw the first one right now by Alencar. Very dominant first round. The live prop remains negative 340 for Alencar. Yo, what's going on, UK? Not a lot of damage has gone out in this fight. Semi-submission attempt from Alencar in the control time, which Vanessa really has to make some adjustments after this round. She getting controlled very easily in this fight. Now, I knew that Alencar would be a little bit more physical than Vanessa, but I liked Vanessa's ability to survive the fight on the ground, and I liked her better experience. Now, Vanessa's going for an armbar here, but eating a couple hammer fists. Looks like Alencar is able to defend the armbar by a couple hammer fists. She just went to go for a little heel hook there. 15 seconds left. And then they're no longer scissoring. Dude, if Vanessa would have just pulled a Godinez and just shit in her face right there, she would not fight for that position. Keep one of those loaded going into a fight. You might need it, you know. Well, can I get the fight-by-fight breakdown now? UFC website. Yeah, you just had to refresh the page. Shit. It'll load. I don't know why it's not loading. Man, their website's so shit. UFC, can I work for you guys and build you a better website? Make it just better for fight companions and make a mobile app for you too that does the same thing. You do like live props and everything as well. collaborate it. That's how we're going to pay for funding, is pick a sport bookie, whoever you have sponsored. DraftKings or FanDuel. Pretty popular ones. I'd like to see them do a partnership with FanDuel just because I like their props the best so far from what I've used. Anyway, second round starting. Alan Carr dominant first round. Absolutely toyed with Vanessa. Had her on the ground. Mild submission attempt with a front headlock, but more so some I don't know, just dominant control time. Didn't really gas herself out. Looks like now they're in the center. Alan Carr is having these short, little, powerful combos that come exploding forward. Vanessa's just eating them. Yeah, Vanessa's not looking good in this fight. She's got to get something big. There we go. Nice left jab there. Stumbled Alan Carr, who was putting her head down and getting ready to just swing. I think that's what Vanessa has to do better here, is just be in and out a little better. Alan Carr charges forward, gets a takedown. He's trying to work towards like a front head and arm, maybe. Here we are, though. Vanessa on her back. I think she's okay here. But she's got to reverse this and make a move at some point in the next like few minutes. She can't spend 4 minutes with Alan Carr on top of her here. Looks like she's going for Kimura, maybe. She's controlling the 2-on-1. She released the 2-on-1 wrist control, rained like a side shot, looked like an elbow and a hammer fist. Alan Carr's resuming control of the situation here. Vanessa trying to roll off her right. Posting up. Watch punches to the spine, Alan Carr was just warned. Vanessa looks like Alan Carr is trying to slide this up a little tighter now. She's got control of... Wow. Alan Carr's got control over the left arm of Vanessa and the head and arm. She just gave it up, but was using it as a nice way of passing and advancing this top position. Now she's fighting over side control. Vanessa's got nothing for her right now. She's not able to grab an arm. Physically, it looks like Alan Carr just forces her and crumbles her into a ball and just fucking sits on her, just like the first round.